Hey guys, welcome back with another video with Linksy. Today we're going to be looking at my try in taking Karaz-a-Karak in under 10 turns on Legendary with Azhag, the Power Destroyer. And this is because Barely Tactical challenged me to this challenge. Check out Barely Tactical's Twitch channel, link down below. We start instantly putting the shaman, the orc shaman, inside Azhag's the Slaughterer's army, upgrading the big guns, giving him a little bit of power, a little bit of oomph, and then attacking the settlement. The settlement is important that you take it for two main reasons. One, you're going to level up. Two, it's going to allow you to recruit an extra unit of goblin archers, and they're going to be very important. This battle could out-resolve it. You don't really want to do that. You want extra every inch of battle power that you can have. Grab your army, chuck them in this formation. It's one of the best that I found, and use your goblin spiders to distract the enemy. I use a little bit of magic, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But overall, this battle is quite straightforward. Try to minimize your losses as much as possible and maximize the fact you have heroes, you have a catapult, and the artillery is going to do a lot of damage. The magic is also going to do a little bit if you manage to align it correctly, but overall your main damage output is going to come from your units, your artillery, and your heroes, your artillery, etc. This is a nice dream of time. And while you do so, it's important that you try and distract the units and split them up. You could distract up to 3. Here I managed to get 2. I slowed down the battle because I'm trying to get into formation here. I spread out my units a little bit more. I just don't want them to get to my artillery. If it gets to the artillery, the run is chopped, and you need to start over from scratch once again. But have no fear, Azhag is here. I charge in with Azhag and my Orc Shaman in, and then I charge in with my units once they blobbed up around my boys. I use a little bit of Azhag's magic over here. The main units that do damage are the big ones and the stone trolls on the front line. Otherwise, you don't really get much. No, not stone trolls, that's just basic trolls. What am I saying? They're basic trolls. They're not going to do much damage overall, but they do their job, right? They charge in, they smack the Empire infantry around. As you can see, I've whittled down the archers quite significantly and using the artillery on them as well, but then I realized if I just charge at them, they're not going to really do much, and I get a good rear charge there and break their morale quite significantly. Artillery is doing its job, shooting at known targets, and frankly speaking, it's what it is, right? It's a straightforward battle, quite simple, but it's really important because now we're going to level up. We're going to get Root Marcher, which gives you that extra 10% movement, and we're going to get the buff from controlling the entire region, allowing us to recruit 1 additional unit on the next turn. We're only going to manage to recruit 7 units, 7 Goblin Archers, but they're going to be enough because we're going to use a little bit of cheese, a little bit of blitz, and we're going to manage to occupy Karaz-a-Karak in under 10 turns. That said, be careful in this fight not to target your own units. I once accidentally almost killed my entire army with my own catapult, had to restart that run. But yeah, this is my second run that I did straight, so it's quite good. I do mess it up halfway through because I get a pizza, but otherwise it's pretty decent. You could possibly do it on 9 turns, but it will take a lot more micro and a lot more factors need to go in right. This is a little bit more safe and a little bit more stable, even giving you more opportunity to survive after that. Anyway, here I go for go fast. I want all the movement range possible. Movement is king in this game, and I just prepare to run. Now, turn 1 is over, you get the third one. I forgot what it's called. I built walls here because I don't want to lose the settlement very easily, but frankly speaking, you could just leave it and just ignore it, completely migrates out. It's completely up to you. It's completely what you want to do. Anyway, that's turn 1. It's simple, it's done. There's not much else to do. I mean, you can use your scrap again, but you can also leave your scrap and upgrade your Goblin Archers later. Turn 2, you recruit 3 Goblin Archers on turn 1. Turn 2, you recruit 4 more. And you raid your own territory because that will make sure that Azhag is healed to almost full. And that's when you decide to just end the turn. That's turn 2. Simple, quite easy. You are going to use the underway now to jump from where he is to as far as possible south, trying to get away from towards the target tree, frankly. You could attack the other orcs on the way, force confederate them, but it's not really going to be useful. Just leave them there, otherwise you're going to have too many regions to control and just makes it even worse. Over here, I think you should use the forced march because it gives you more movement range, but after that, it's just always just go. This is turn 4. Always use the underway from here onwards because it will give you the best result. Again, check, because I do check almost every single turn to make sure, like you're seeing here, I'm checking, I'm trying to see which makes the best distance covered. I feel this is the best distance covered, and I just go with it. It's quite simple, straightforward, and that's it. Here I check if I can declare war on Karaz-a-Karak just using Bloody Spears as a medium, using diplomacy, and I manage. On turn 6, this is important. You need to research specific using technology. This will make your gobos a little bit better, a little bit stronger, and you're going to need every ounce of power in this fight as possible. My cats are having a day, aren't they? They're meowing their heads off. Anyway, over here I decided to try and just reduce the chance of a rebellion as much as possible. And I changed that, and yeah, it's just trying to understand what's going on. And yeah, that's it. That's it. The turns are over. Again, I check if force march is better, but the terrain is just absolutely horrendous in the World's End Mountains. Let's see if I can jump over there. Sometimes it works. You don't know, and it's like, oh, maybe I could improve my run, because that would shave off 2 turns. That if you manage to find a way to stop just exactly in a place where you could just jump, that will shave 2 turns off. Anyway, now you should get either sharper stabbers for the goblins, but if you don't have that, get the one I got, and that will eventually give you more strength for your orcs. But again, you're barely going to be fighting with your orcs. Turn 8, you just jump, and at this point you hope that Thorgrim does not attack you, because otherwise that will end your run, and there's nothing you can do about this. There is literally nothing you can do. You're in the middle, you're in the wolves' den here, in the wolves' den. But the good thing about this this time period, yeah, from turn 8 to turn 15, it's when Grimgor attacks, it's when Garshank attacks. And that means the orcs are going to be severely weakened. And if the orcs are severely weakened, you will be able to completely take the Silver Road, and you're going to have an incredible start to your Azhag campaign, because you are near the other orcs. You are in a decent solution situation. Turn 9 is very important. You land right on top of Karaz-a-Karak. This is going to be imperative. We're going to use the siege cheese, the multiple sieges in a turn, and for turn 10, that is going to be necessary. Turn is here. We declare war through the turn starts now. Yeah, we declare war on this faction using the Bloody Spears. This way, so we don't get Barakvar in the war, and we don't want Barakvar into war with us. Less enemies possible, the best. I tried to drag him into another war with me that would allow him to like me more, but in the end I just tried to get some money of him. 1200 was too much. I go for 600, and he even rejects. I thought he accepted. I think he accepted it on the previous run. But yeah, just declare war. He serves its purpose there, and I just start preparing to attack. Yeah, just go in. Now this is the trick that you need to do. You need to go into your campaign settings, options, campaign settings, and put the timer to 60 minutes. The first battle is going to be a long, dreary 20-minute fucking sludge, but if you manage to deal with that, you're going to be absolutely great for the second battle, and you're going to have both battles on turn 10. It's a little bit of cheese, a little bit of juice, but you want to do this. Anyway, at this point, I messed up the battle a couple of times because I was busy eating pizza. So this is a tough fight. You need to be there, you need to be focused. You don't want to be eating pizza like me, but if you're eating pizza, you know, enjoy your pizza. Go watch a YouTube video. I have many on my channel. Go enjoy them. Don't do like I did and try to play the game and fail miserably at it. But yeah, I managed to do this properly in the third turn. And when I say properly, this first little bit is setting your army in this manner, remembering to gamble, never gamble guys, but accept winds of magic. I got lucky here, I got 16. And then you need to take down the tower over there and the wall right next to it. It's imperative you take those 2 regions down for a number of reasons. Use your Orc Shaman to dodge the arrows. I preferred him over Azhag because then I use Azhag later on. I wanted Azhag as much health as possible. After you break down the wall and the tower, then you waste their ammunition. They have quarrelers on the wall there. If they have thunderers, then it's going to be a bit difficult, but waste the quarrelers ammo and waste the artillery's ammo. Artillery will shred gobos. You need to waste the artillery's ammo, and I believe that is it. That is all the ammo they had over there. Of course I cut it, so I hurried on. You can see around 20 minutes have passed in triple speed, which is like, what, 5 minutes? But yeah, then I move in with my goblins, and oh, this is juicy. This is juicy, I'm telling you. This is particularly juicy. I start using Brain Buster. Yeah, I forgot to say that. It's important to get Brain Buster. It's not going to do a lot of damage, but you can push units off the wall, and models will die if they fall off the wall. With your Goblin Archers over here, I started shooting down the Thunderers. Thunderers are very important. They are incredibly balance power rich, and they die really easily to Goblin Archers. I mean, they are melting. Then again, I am firing with 3 units of Goblin Archers for the second. For some weird reason, the first or fourth archer unit doesn't shoot, but as you can see, I wiped that unit out almost entirely, and that's down to just less than half strength, and they will come back and I'll shoot them. And even more so than the other unit of Thunderers is going down. What is really good and important is that you break the wall in that area, because it exposes the units, and you're going to see that in a second, in that particular area to arrow fire. And that unit is so important, that region, because if you shoot at those units over there, you get better basically landing of the ammunition, and it just does better damage. As you can see, the Thunderers do an insane amount of damage. One of them got onto the wall in a really annoying area. I tried to wipe them out using the Brain Buster, but I mean, they get knocked down to quite low health. But yeah, anyway, kill the Grudge Throwers there. Yeah, Grudge Throwers on the wall, just massacre. That unit must be wiped out, because if it's there in the second fight, it's not gonna really cause hassle, but it's gonna cause hassle. It's gonna be a problem. You don't want to fight it again. You just don't want to fight it again. Just get rid of it. Simple. And just get the angle to shoot at a particular angle onto the wall, wiping out the units. My cats are going crazy. I should have locked the door, but I am a dum-dum. And now I am 12 minutes, 30 seconds in, and I am going strong. That said, at this point, this is it. This is the strategy. This is what you do. You micro, you make sure you don't lose too many units, and you make sure that, hey, as much as possible, you are in control. Sieges, as I always say, are a thing of patience, and the reason that we lose them because we're out of patience rather than us having the tools to actually win. You're going to come across and you're going to run out of ammo, or you're going to start running out of ammo, or running out of good targets to shoot at. The Thunderers, the Hammerers are a good target. The Miners are also a good target, and they're going to generally be good to hit and to pummel down, as they are rather decent in their armor, rather decent in melee, but they don't have shields, and hence they become weaker to your units. Overall, this is the battle in all of its glory. Slowly kill them down, whittle them down, and you just get the results needed. As you can see, you don't really do that much damage in the first round, but you kill the high value targets, high value units, and it's pretty much done. I'm gonna let you enjoy it now as the battle rages on for a little longer till we get to the next part. Okay, now at this point, you're out of ammunition. You're basically wasting the last bit of ammunition you got, and what you need to do is simple. What you need to do is just wait the timer out. You might have 5 minutes left, you might have 10 minutes left. Just let it run, do something else, get yourself a cup of tea. Subscribe to the channel meanwhile while you're waiting. I don't know, like comment, put the real subscribers, the bell on the side. You know how it is. You could do all of those wonderful things. Subscribe to the channel. And yeah, get ready for the second bout. The second bout is going to be relatively easy compared to this. The enemy is going to be severely weakened, severely depleted in units, and it's not going to be fun for him. Just make sure in this battle, if you're watching it before you do the run, something I forgot to mention earlier, is to reduce their units to around just 5 or 4 per unit, like per formation, the model count, because this will help overall in making sure that they don't come back for the second battle. And it is time for the second battle. We wiped out 3 units maybe, but in reality there's like 6 gone, and they have 2 core rollers left, but that's really and truly all they have left that can deal damage. We got a nice juicy item there, Gambler's Armor. It's a nice item, it gives you ward save and armor, so I just put it on, even though I won't be able to use it this round, but just chucked it in there out of just a bit, if you will. Now, you can't fight the siege if you're in that position, but you can break off. Since you started the turn right there, you have enough movement speed to just attack again. And this is glorious. Once again, you set up your army onto this side, repeat everything you've done previously, but the good thing is now that you have artillery, ammo still left, they have a broken tower, they have their defenses pretty much heavily damaged, and you've taken minimal losses. Because they've taken minimal losses, your units have taken minimal losses compared to them, you're going to be great. So yeah, it's just a question of doing the same thing again, just making sure that you're in a position to attack, making sure that the area is free of units that can fire at you, and prepare to charge in. And really and truly, this is a simple battle. Compared to the first one, is just get in, get rid of the crossbows, the quarrelers, get rid of the hammerers, and get cranking. You need to shoot at the longbeards from the back if possible, and they do and will climb on top of the gate, and the gate is the best position for you to shoot at there. I'm just trying to get rid of the last couple of thunderers and the quarrelers, but really truly this battle is just simple, and honestly this easy once the idea gets to you, but relatively as a challenge it's quite easy and quite manageable to do if you have strategy and a plan right ahead of whatever is happening. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, just shoot them up, make them squeal the little Dawi at maximum speed, of course, because otherwise this will take forever, and I doubt you guys have that much time in you. And just make sure that your units don't charge in like utter idiots. But yeah, hammers go down over there, and you start shooting while casting magic here and there. I killed their leading hammer unit over there. Hammers take a lot of damage. They have 100 armor, I guess that explains it. But yeah, just taking down everything slowly, wasting the ammo, putting it to the side, and putting the units up. Their quarrelers go down. They're, you know, they don't have much left in terms of infantry units, and yeah, eventually they start using the artillery to break down the wall on the other side as well, and opening up as much as possible to charge in with my melee infantry to just wipe out the rest. 2 of them have extra armor piercing damage, meaning that they're going to do very well against the Dawi, who have an insane amount of armor and rely on the armor to actually survive. So that's going to be really good. I wish I could have, you know, possibly we do till turn 12. You'd be able to get the scrap necessary to upgrade your Gobo archers with the armor penetration armor, which does like what, 5 more points of damage per shot, which is insane. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, this is the best I could get from the angle I had. It gets significantly harder and harder to shoot certain units because their models would be hidden just behind a wall or just be moving in and out, so it gets harder and you waste more ammo. Just try and be as efficient with your ammo as possible. Something I could have done here is I could have started trying to scare away the enemy using Azhag's magic or the Orc Shaman's magic, but yeah, there you go. The hammers are going down as well. they start going down pretty fast towards the end. What I noticed about the dwarves as well, also they tend to spread the damage very evenly across their unit, and it does just wonderful, wonderful things. But yeah, my units are running out of ammunition, but they are putting their longbeards in, and this is the end game, ladies and gentlemen. This is the end game. We are almost there. We are almost there. They don't have much left. Honestly, really and truly, this is fantastic. Fantastic news for us, and for them, not so fantastic news. Nonetheless, we then I sent my Orc Shaman and Azhag to break down the gate. That opens a second avenue of entry, and then I start also bombarding the Quarrelers on the last side for a third and final avenue of entry. This will allow me to be able to just bomb rush in with all of my 4 melee units, and of course my strong general Azhag the Slaughter. Fantastic Azhag the Slaughter. Over here I do a little bit of mistake. I get a little bit extra damaged by the bloody Quarrelers. That's something I should have really been careful about. This is what happens when you lose your patience. This is what happens. You start losing units that you shouldn't have been losing, and it is not fun. Anyway, I managed to get a decent angle to shoot at the bloody Quarrelers, and they start dying as well. Overall, the trade was okay, but you don't want to trade at all. You just want to take. This is how you play single player. Multiplayer people will tell you trading is great, but honestly, really and truly, in single player, trading is horrible, horrible, horrible. You never want to do it at all. Anyway, the wall should be going down. I don't know why it stopped shooting. Maybe I stopped it. I don't remember why. My plan at the time was to take down the wall as fast as possible. They do the same thing again, where they put the bloody units up there and I just try to wipe them out, but they take so much ammo because they're hidden in a really awkward corner, and I try to shoot up from that side, but again, it's just I'm wasting volley after volley and it's not really yielding results at all. I just realized how much ammo I wasted over there. That possibly could have resulted. Oh no, I let that entire unit's ammo. Okay, all right, I stopped it, but I thought for a second I let all of that ammo go to waste. I definitely wasted half of the ammo bar there, something I should not have done. That should not have happened. But what can you do when you're an idiot just like me? What can you do? Yeah, I do get the miners over there. I do get them some pretty good damage in with the way they're fighting against Azhag. Azhag himself is doing relatively well, and here I realized I did not break the wall yet, and I bring forward my boys, my trolls, and everybody else. They send in more miners to deal with Azhag. Miners are decent. They do armor-piercing damage, but they, of course, die very easily. But of course, when you're playing on Legendary, it's... oh boy, it is difficult. It is bloody difficult to just do anything about it. But yeah, at this point, battle is pretty much won. I realize I just need to charge in, so I put my units in. I should put my units in at some point. Oh, I tried to use up all my ammo, but this part didn't work at all. I did not work at all. So my units were not doing anything, and he was moving about. So I was like, you know what? Just charge in, boys. Just everybody go in. Just do it. I'm tired. I want to go home. I want this to be my new home. I'm buying this place as my own. And it's like, ooh, I can also shoot them from the back. And honestly, this kind of worked, but in an unexpected way. He sent an entire unit of very healthy longbeards to come and fight against these spiders, the goblin spiders. And meanwhile, their armor losses is about to hit in 3, 2, 1, armor losses. I said 3, 2, 1, armor losses. God damn it. Third time's the charm. 3, 2, 1, armor losses. Yes! Okay. I I had to do it 3 times. See, it was counting down from 10. It was counting down from 10. But yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. That is how you can get Karaz-a-Karak on turn 10 with a Azhag the Slaughterer. It is an interesting start, definitely. It changes the way you play Azhag campaign, and I hope you guys like it. Tell me what you guys think about it, and tell me, tell me your challenges. People have been giving me a couple of good challenges, and can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Till then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody else, I wish you well. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, it does help. And bye bye.